Hi guys, Renee here, and recently Wes over at our sister station, FMX, wrote a blog about Natalie Maines and how Lubbock as a community turned their back on her and stopped playing her on the radio and things like that, and that's why we don't get any recognition as being her hometown. But one of the things I think that he failed to emphasize, and I don't mean that badly at all, he wrote a great article, people don't remember how bad it got. It wasn't just a matter of not getting played on the radio anymore. It was ugly back then. Like, dirty, awful, ugly. And let me explain. Because back then, I worked in radio, but I worked on the opposite end of the building. I was the receptionist, the person that works at the desk, the director of first impressions, right? And I wasn't involved in programming, I wasn't on air or anything like that. I simply picked up the phone for the group of radio stations, which were 6 radio stations back then as there are now. However, the country station wasn't called Lone Star, it was called 99.5 The Bear. And the decision was made by the music director at the time, hi Kid Manning, I still love you very much, to keep playing the Dixie Chicks after she made those comments about Bush and saying she was embarrassed to be from Texas. It got so ugly that as the person sitting at the front desk just picking up the phone saying, "Good afternoon, this is Clear Channel," which is what it was at the time, now it's Town Square, I received daily, hourly, even sometimes every other few minutes, threats to my life, that they were going to bomb the building, that they were going to find and kill me specifically just because I was the person picking up the phone. I had no horse in that race. I didn't make that decision at all, though I believed in it, and I still do. I got rape threats. I'm going to find you and rape you because you're playing the Dixie Chicks. I feared for my life. I had to be walked to my car. I had panic attacks. I had nightmares because I thought some psycho was going to kill my family because the country radio station was playing their native daughter on the air. After all she said was, "I'm embarrassed to be from Texas because that's where George W. Bush is from." And not really slamming George W. Bush. I don't really care one way or the other. But history is on her side. She was right about that war being kind of on false pretenses, and that's something we all kind of collectively agree on at this point. Not whether it was right or wrong, but that certainly was false pretenses. So I just want to bring that up, that people have short memories when it comes to this sort of thing. And so when you talk about, oh, well, maybe FMX should have played her if they believed in her. Okay, it's country music and that's a rock station. That doesn't make a lick of sense. We did play them on our country radio station, and it was not without a cost to me, mostly. Thank you, Dixie Chicks. But I still believe in Natalie Maines, and I still believe we did the right thing. And you know what? I got over it. Nobody murdered me. Nobody raped me. So it was all words. But in the future, if you get emotionally invested like that, don't threaten the receptionist. She didn't do anything except pick up the phone. Thanks, guys. You be good to each other. Mwah.